Good evening and thank you for joining us. Today is Remembrance Day, and about 1,000 people gathered at Fort William Gardens for the first in-person ceremony there since the onset of the pandemic. It was one of several events held around the city this morning. We begin our coverage at the Gardens with this report from Riley McManus.
This year's ceremony was very special, as it included several firsts. This Remembrance Day marked the first time there was a female keynote speaker, as Lori Abthorpe, a veteran with the Canadian Armed Forces, assumed those duties. And the event included an Indigenous veteran guest speaker for the first time. Inspector Larry Ross served with the U.S. military and is a Cold War veteran who now works with the Anishinaabe Police Service. Ross explains the importance of gatherings like this.
Freedom is not free, and the younger people need to realize that yes, the world is a more dangerous place, but it's veterans that keep us safe and keep us free. And I can't emphasize enough that freedom has a price, and I'm glad that people still remember.
Veterans, along with current servicemen and women, were all in attendance, including Navy veteran of the Second World War, Roy L'Amour, who is also a lifelong member of the Royal Canadian Legion Branch 5. The 96-year-old expressed his appreciation for the people in attendance and the importance of being back together in person.
It was sure good to see the people out, and it's sorry we missed the last 2 or 3 years, but you know, we got to give in sometime. But it's really enjoyable to see a good crowd out at the service here.
Many from the community came and laid wreaths to pay their respects and appreciation. Flanders Field was read aloud, the color parties paraded, and with the words of John McCrae on top of many minds, there was also a passing of the torch from one veteran to the next. Ken Malenko is the local arrangements chair with the Royal Canadian Legion Branch 225 in Kakabeka, and he expressed his gratitude for the people in attendance and the importance of the younger generations to be part of it.
I think the turnout was great. One really rewarding thing to see, we reserved 2 sections in the stands for the schools. So we had 3 schools here as well, and that's really wonderful. Because honestly, it's all about remembrance, and if you don't get that across to today's youth, you know, it's important for us Legion people and for us veterans that we can continue this remembrance.
Riley McManus, TBT News.